Nerdyjojo. I have arrived. I am here. Hello, hello, hello. How is it going today? I am really excited because I'm gonna do something a little bit different. Is it the most original, uniquest idea ever? Quite possibly no, but I am excited for it. And what else am I excited for? I don't know. I'm excited. We're making tortellini tonight. I'm excited for that. What else are we? What else are we doing? I'm excited because I get to draw and chat and what else? What else is there? I went on a car ride again today. I'm gonna go on some car rides again tomorrow. Oh, it's gonna be a busy couple days for me, admittedly. My schedule is jam-packed. Nothing wrong with that. Shall I talk about that for a moment before we switch to the art, or should I talk about that while we're actually drawing? We should probably talk about that kind of stuff while we're actually drawing, because what else am I going to talk about while I'm drawing if I'm not talking about that? I'm really just wasting time here, aren't I? Yeah. I don't know. Stream might actually be kind of short today. I'm feeling a little under the weather. I think I'm starting to come down with a cold, admittedly. Getting a little stuffed up. A little bit of a cough going on. Just general pain and discomfort as well. Well, pain is maybe not the right word, but discomfort definitely. Yeah. Hopefully it will stay away for a little bit longer, and then maybe my cold will come and be a very cold, you know, when it's really bad. I don't know, maybe like Saturday or Sunday? That's the day I'm going to be alone while at work. Yeah. My coworker who usually works with weekends with me now has a 10-day holiday, and I am not looking forward to it. Yeah. I don't think anyone really cares about hearing about this, so I suppose I'll just move on to the important stuff. So what are we doing? What am I doing today? Well, it is in the title. I'm gonna draw Pokemon Fusion. And I've created a little ad on my Twitter, and it says basically, where was I going with this? It's like, yes. Pokemon Fusions. 2 go in and 1 come out. Now, I have a plan for this. Is it going to be super successful? I don't know, but we're just gonna switch scenes real quick. So over here, I have found a random Pokemon generator. It includes all the regions that you're just gonna have to believe that are there because the menus don't work. I have it set to generate 2 Pokemon. So when I click this generate button, it's gonna give me 2 random Pokemon. These could be Pokemon I know. They could be Pokemon from the Gen 9 game. Or Hisui, which I haven't actually played yet. Okay? So, some Pokemon I know, some Pokemon I don't. And this could be interesting, this could be an absolute mess, but I suppose there's really no reason to, you know, ponder this, because the only way to find out, you know, is really to just try it. So anyways, generate Pokemon. Grovyle and Stonejourner. Off with the really hard ones to start with. I almost don't want to attempt it, but Grovyle, a Gen 3 starter, and Stonejourner, a Pokemon from Generation 8, I think. Yeah, because 9 is the current one. Okay, well, this is interesting. So, how do we draw these Pokemon together? I'm not gonna bother, you know, looking at the Pokemon and putting their image in the, you know, the file. So, I did that with other Pokemon drawing things that I done, I had a reference image right beside it. But I'm not gonna do that today because there are a lot of Pokemon. I don't know what I get randomly generated, and whenever I did those things, I had the Pokemon already, you know, I already knew which ones I would end up drawing, so I could just look up 2 of them and blah blah blah. And just rather than going into full detail on that, we just start. Hello, Miss Create Delusion. How are you? How are you today? We're drawing Pokemon. I don't know if you saw them, but we'll switch over real quick. It's draw Digimon. Too late. Too late, it's Pokemon, it's Pokemon. I don't know anything about Digimon anyways. I'm good, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. I went on another car ride today, this morning. We went on a car ride, which was nice. Anyways. So. What did we do on the car ride? We went to a couple different stores in the city, which we don't usually go to, which was nice. It was nice for a change. Spent some time. We looked at some things. I managed to buy a thing that I was looking for. Yep, that's it. Okay. I kind of almost do want to just go into get proper images of these Pokemon now. This is a very daunting task. What is it? Wait. Oh yeah, what I was looking for. I'm assuming you were asking what I was looking for. So basically what I was looking for is, while I'm walking around, I walk to the bus. It's like pretty early, pretty dark. And I wanted some high reflective stuff that I could just put on to like my sleeve of my coat and stuff. Because I have a tendency to wear dark colors. So I figured I should, try to not just wear dark colors and have a reason why or something to, you know, make me more visible. So I got some high visibility, what's it called? High visibility stuff. It's just a high visibility tape, and I just pinned it one to each of the sleeves of my coat. So that's what I found. That is, I don't know. I was looking for it for quite a long time because, you know, I don't really want to get hit by a car, admittedly. And when you're walking around at night and you have a lot of dark colors on, it's a little sketchy sometimes. I live in a smaller neighborhood and the lighting is okay, and generally there's not many people driving around, but it's just for a peace of mind, I suppose, is all. And I think that's important. Anyways, I have absolutely no idea how to draw a Grovyle. What I'm thinking for Canada has crime? Oh yeah, I know. It's absolutely insane. How could these Canadians have crime? How could these Canadians have crime? Ridiculous. I do think... I was gonna say it's a pretty quiet neighborhood, but you know what? People who I've spoken to who don't live here actually do think it's kind of sketchy when they're walking around. Oh, I met this one person while I was at camp, and I told them, oh, it's like I'm from this place in Canada. And she's like, oh, I've been there. That place is kind of sketchy. And I was like, oh, you know, not gonna lie, we do have a lot of problems in this area. Sure not. I don't know if I want to say this, but yeah. It's not perfect. Winnipeg ain't sketch. Do you think I'm in Winnipeg? Not in Winnipeg. I don't know much about Winnipeg. I don't even live near Winnipeg. I've never been to Winnipeg. I've never been to Winnipeg. That's such a shame. Is it Edmonton? Oh, it's Edmonton. I was thinking for a second if it was Winnipeg or Edmonton that had the really big mall, but it was Winnipeg is awesome. Have you been to Winnipeg before? Oh, jeez. Maybe I should stop trying to draw good Pokemon. Or just get good reference. It's the New York City of Canada. You know, I would probably say that my obvious response to that is it's probably Toronto is the New York City of Canada, but maybe you make a fair point that it is. Okay, yeah. Oh, hello, Adil Jo. I almost called you Adil Jojo. My cousin has, though. Okay, I've never been there. Okay, Miscreate Delusion has never been to Winnipeg, but his cousin has been. And hello, Adil Sid. I literally just almost called you Adil Jojo. He's Adil Jojo now. Okay. Let's... Yeah. Yeah. Adil Jojo. It's like, hi, Jojo. Hello, Adil Jojo. Hello, Adil Jojo. How are you today? Oh, jeez. I am actually struggling a little bit right now. Is that a frog or a duck? It's supposed to be a Grovyle. Okay, well, I'll give you some context. We're drawing fusions of Pokemon, so this is what we're trying to fuse. Grovyle and Stonejourner. Actually, I could probably make this... Wait. Make this bigger. There we go. I don't know why I didn't think of making this screen bigger before. I left it nice and small, but now it's big. Anyways, it's supposed to be a Grovyle, and then I'm gonna turn it into a rock Grovyle, basically. Is this a great idea or not? Just Grovyle with thick legs. Huge legs. I mean, maybe you make a point. Maybe I need to not think of this as a serious art, but as something that is a little more goofy. A little more goofy. Just have fun with it, you know? Yeah, draw some really thick legs on Grovyle. Oh, jeez. Maybe it would help if... Wait, why is the eraser erasing in brown? Look over here. I am in the eraser. I'm in the eraser. But the eraser is brown. Luckily, the legs are the last two things I drew, so... Or could there be other way around? Yeah, there's probably other way around. Like, I was thinking maybe we take Grovyle, this Grovyle body, and Grovyle has this leaf coming out of its head, but now it's a rock. It's a rock formation in its head. What if it's a... Give it the goofy Stonejourner face. Where was it going with this? Change the colors. Like, it had... Stonejourner has a goofy little face like this. Give it that. It's like a small onyx coming out of its head. Yeah, it could be like a small onyx coming out of its head. Alright, here's the big onyx leaf. And we get other onyx. And then... I like it. I like him a lot. I was gonna make his body like facing one way and his head facing the other to be dramatic, but I don't know if I'm that good at drawing. As I feel like drawing on stream is very different than drawing on other ways, I should say. It's different, and I wanna get confident and good at it, which is kind of why I do this. It looks like a vertebrae came out of his head. Vertebrae came out of his head. That's like a hat. Yeah, I guess Stonejourner does have this little hat thing going on, too. I don't know. I do like drawing. I'm working on liking drawing on stream better. Like, it has this, we got this, like, that's a Grovile pattern right there. Draw your own manga. I've drawn comic-like panels. Actually, there is a project, a pretty big one, that I'm currently working on. It's not gonna be ready for a while. Jojo, or Nerdy's Bizarre Adventures. I like how I see Bizarre Adventures, and my first thought is, since Jojo is taken, yeah. I like how I saw Nerdy's or Bizarre Adventures, or just Bizarre, and I just instantly went to Jojo. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, but I can't do that, so it has to be Nerdy's Bizarre Adventures. That might be kind of fun to do sometime. I don't know. That's not my necessary plan, but you know what? Plans change over time, you know. Okay, so... And I think it's okay to change your plans every once in a while. Try new things. JoJo is not so bizarre adventure. JoJo's not so bizarre adventure. JoJo's not so bizarre adventure. As opposed to something that is, you know, very... I don't know too much about JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, but as opposed to the overly, like, crazy fashion and crazy antics with the horror webcomic is easier. You're right, webcomic is easier. What I'm working on is probably a little more like a webcomic. Where was I going with that? Right. Yeah, I don't know. JoJo's not so bizarre adventures as opposed to the giant men and the pinches, you know? Or is it or whatever it is. It's just a normal person named JoJo minding their own business, trying just to be a happy bean. Okay. Anyways. I'm glad you find that funny. That's good. I don't know. How many toes does Grovile have? I think it just has 2 really big ones. And its tail... What does a Grovile's tail leaf look like? The picture... I'm just looking at the reference, or the little sprites that they gave on the website, but... Does a VTuber not track hand movement? It has Velociraptor toes. Okay, Velociraptor toes. And no, my VTuber model doesn't track hand movements. Since I made it and rigged it myself, and I had never done anything like that before, I absolutely did not do any of this hand tracking stuff. It sure would have been nice to do that, because you know how I am a hand talker. I am so much like my French-Canadian heritage. We hand talk like crazy. I don't speak the language, but oh boy, do I speak the hand language. But you did add the brush to your hand. That is... Okay. Just create delusion. You're gonna want to look away. This is scary. Ugh. It's just a sticker. The hand is just the sticker. It's basically just the sticker. Yes, I know, Miss Create Delusion. I warned you, though. I warned you. I warned you to look away. Yes, though I did create the hand custom for myself, and should I want to integrate it into my model, it probably wouldn't be overly hard at this point. This is my first model, as you can... Well, I guess I call it 1.8. Okay. Anyways, this is kind of like my 1.8 model, I suppose. And by that I mean your arms are like of Popeyes. Your arm is like of Popeyes. Wait. I'm a little confused about that one. But anyways, yeah, this is what I was saying is this is like the 1.8 model. And I could implement it if I wanted to. Popeye the Sailor Arms. Yeah, I figured you meant something along those lines, but okay, shall I draw Popeye real quick? Because he's got these tiny little arms and then bam, and then little hands. And there's a little anchor tattoo on it too. What is this, like precursor to drawing Popeye the Sailors? What if I just completely draw him from memory? I don't remember what this guy looks like, but he has a little sailor's hat. And I think he has a little bit of a beard. And he's the scrawniest little dude, and he has scrawny little legs. But he's got bam arms. That's not bad. Yeah, good. I think his shirt is red, but I'm not gonna color him. He has no beard. Okay, like a 5 o'clock shadow? Or maybe little scruffies? No, that doesn't look right. For some reason, I feel like he has like the 5 o'clock shadow, or maybe they're just big ears. Big ears. There we go. Popeye. There. And I don't know. I think that's not too bad. Maybe he has an anchor up here too. I don't know. Honestly, at this point, this is hardly a quick drawing. This is this is me making a mess. Reminds me of the guy from Courage the Cowardly Dog. Does he? I don't remember what he looks like too, either. There we go. I think this is good enough. I should get back to the grow vial, I suppose. We will give it a goofy stone joiner's face. Let's see. And I did end up looking up a reference of the Pokemon because I was having trouble just seeing it. I'm not looking up stone joiner though because it's very, very simple. It's very simple. So that's the plan. And I mean, we'll see what happens. So it has little arms and a tail, and I think other than that, I mostly got the Pokemon down. It will be Grovyle. Stone Joiner has these X patterns on its legs, and we'll put those on there too. Although they just look like diamonds from here, but don't worry about that. Is this Photoshop on Cloud? This is the Creative Cloud Photoshop, yes. Yes, it is. I saved this file on my cloud though. I don't know. So sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But this one I ended up clicking cloud on. Yeah. I just Creative Cloud. I'm a creative person. I do lots of things. I don't know what else to say, but yeah, it's just Photoshop on the cloud. Cause I don't know. When I was trying a little harder, admittedly, to get a job as a graphic designer, I spent, of course, a lot of time creating things on the Creative Cloud, and my school membership only lasted about a year and a bit. So I either needed to get my own membership. Do you have access to AI features? Oh yeah, right. Plugins. I'm gonna plug in panels. There's like the generative fill though. What if I just pick that something. Filter. Where would you go for the generative fill? I don't actually know. I'm just seeing if anything interesting pops up. I probably won't bother dealing with this right now. I might try. I said this to you last time I was working in Photoshop and you came here. You asked, you said, have you ever tried the AI features? And I said, no, I haven't. And I suggested, maybe I'll try streaming that sometime. I haven't done that yet, though. I haven't done that yet. I don't know. I get busy. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm not letting you derail the drawing. No, it's fine. I get distracted easily too anyways. As evidence A right there. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll draw random cartoon characters from memory stream too. That could be fun. Oh, there's so many ideas to be had and not enough time to do this. Also, Grovile arms. How do you draw Grovile arms? It's got like Velociraptor arms too, but drawing Velociraptor's arms is a little easier said than done. Draw Little Bill. Oh no, I don't think I know who that is. Little Bill. Little Bill. Don't hate me, I don't think I know who that is. What series are they from? What series are they from? I really don't think I know, but maybe a title will jog my memory. I don't know, though, honestly. I feel bad. I feel bad about that. Maybe drawing random cartoon characters from memory is a bad idea because clearly I've watched very different cartoons than everyone else. And that is not good. How about Scooby-Doo? I can totally draw Scooby-Doo. I know exactly what Scooby-Doo looks like. I am a Scooby-Doo mega fan. Draw the Bernstein Bears. I do know them. I do know them. When we were kids, me and my brother had little Bernstein Bear plushes. Like, there was Mama Bear, Papa Bear, the little sister, and the brother bear, and all of those. I don't know if that was their actual names, but I don't even know where they came from exactly. But I remember growing up, and there were little bear plushes, and such. Little Bear, Papa Bear, all of the bears, and we don't have those anymore. How's the Scooby-Doo doing? You still got it? Yes, of course we still got Scooby-Doo. Of course. He's literally right behind me right now. Okay, well, not right behind me. He's in his usual spot. You were here when I was face cam and where Scooby was always sitting. Yeah, he's right there. Franklin and Friends. I know Franklin and Friends, yes. I know them. Yeah. Oh, there was one episode of Franklin that really scared me, honestly. Am I gonna be honest about this? Yes, there was an episode of Franklin that really scared me. There was like a monster episode. I wanna see that Scooby-Doo. Oh no, you wanna see that Scooby-Doo? Ah! Okay, well, I don't think there's much I can do about that unless I completely turn off my camera and reset everything up to be face cam for a day, but you know what? I will take a picture with Scooby-Doo later and I will post it on the Discord. I'll put it on the Discord. Maybe I'll make a video. Maybe me and Scooby-Doo will watch a Scooby-Doo video. Smart, yeah. We'll watch some Scooby-Doo movies. Me and Scooby-Doo we'll turn on some Scooby-Doo movies and we'll watch the Scooby-Doo movies together. And that should be fun. Yeah. Maybe we'll do that and we'll take the pictures watching Scooby-Doo movies with Scooby-Doo. Oh, it would be fun. So much fun. I don't know if or it's probably a okay idea. Or just have a Scooby Cam. Scooby Cam. VTuber models right here. But if you look behind the model, there's a Scooby-Doo cam. A camera with only a Scooby-Doo. Or with Scooby-Doo on it. So you can always see him doing what Scooby-Doos do. Anyways, okay. So... And now Grovyle has a tail, so it'll be a rock tail now. Okay. Good enough, good enough. I don't want to take too long in any of these particular drawings. Since, I meant just then add the picture as a layout. Wait. Smart. I mean, then just add the picture as a layout. Yeah, or I could take a picture and use it as a sticker, kind of like how I use my arm as a sticker. Like for that cam. Yeah. Scooby Cam. The Scooby Cam. 100% Scooby uptime. What if I just completely switch gears on content making and we are 100% just always doing Scooby-Doo streaming. It is just no gaming, nothing else, just the Scooby-Doo sitting there. Started completely new Twitch channel. It's only Scooby-Doo. And it's just Scooby-Doo sitting there. That would be pretty wild. Okay, wait. I'm not saying that's what I'm going to do, though, because that's probably not what I'm going to do. It could be... I was gonna say it could be interesting, but I don't think it's a good idea. Other than the fact that it would just be... That's a break. Thick. Yeah. I don't know. Silly idea, honest. Silly ideas are okay, though. You know, you have to have silly ideas and bad ideas before you can come up with good ideas. Know what I'm saying? Anyways, I don't know if that made any sense at all, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. What else can we talk about? What other interesting things happened? What can I talk about? No, I mean you give this Pokemon a beak. Oh, beak. That's a beak. Well, if you look at Sceptile, it has a bit of a beak, honestly. Maybe you make a point that I should, like, make it a little less beak-like. A little less, though. You make a fair point, but I don't know. I did end up getting a reference. I don't have it on here, but I did go and look it up because I was having trouble figuring out what Sceptile looked like. There. A little less beak and no nostrils. It's a rock type. It doesn't need to breathe here. Nostril. Here. Go look at that reference again. Oh yeah, it does have nostrils. It does have nostrils on it. Okay. It doesn't need to be a perfect one-to-one. Remember, we are fusing these Pokemon to unbeknownst horrors. Actually, admittedly, I think he's gonna turn out kind of cute. Once everything is said and done, I think it's going to be very cute. Like, it's still gonna be a bit of a disaster, but a cute disaster, because we like cute disasters. Did my tablet? Okay. I thought the tablet broke for a second there, and I was gonna be very sad. Because I did everything I could to make sure that it works properly. And by everything I could, I mean, I turned my computer on and off before I started streaming. Just 2 toes? Doesn't it just have 2 toes? Yeah, it just has 2 toes and then like 1 pointy thing in the back. You can't question me too much. I'm looking at the picture right now. I understand the concern, yes, absolutely, but... Yes, can confirm, just 2 toes. Just 2 toes. I would show you the picture, but that would require me to probably do copyright things. And I suppose the whole website with the tiny little picture probably counts as copyright. And all of this is probably copyright. But you know what? Maybe we won't worry about that part. Maybe we won't worry about that part. No, it's okay. Yeah. Honestly, if people doubt, they can go look it up themselves. They can see that, indeed, in fact, Grovyle has only 2 toes and a little kinda almost toe-like thing in the back. Like this. Ah, yes. Creative talent. Beautiful. I don't know what exactly I'm doing with the arms yet either. I think that's my biggest concern, because it has like leaf feather little arms on its arm. But leaf feathers aren't gonna really work on a rock type. But we could like rock, grass type, chicken feet. Chicken feet. Chicken feet. Chicken feet. I'm kidding. Tis a gecko. I think geckos only have 2 toes. Oh, I didn't think I was going to talk about this today, but, you know, talking about geckos, it reminds me of something. A very formative childhood memory. And that might be pushing it a little bit, but don't worry about that part. But something from my childhood that I shall now talk about. Well, they do say that dinosaurs evolved from birds. No, birds are dinosaurs' ancestors. Yes, I think. Oh, I don't know exactly, but yeah. Birds, dinosaurs, very closely related. As unbelievable as that may sound. Young me probably would have been like, no way. No way. It does kind of look like a dinosaur, though. It does kind of look like a dinosaur. But we won't worry about that part. We'll just work our way through the rest of this design. Add more stone genre textures. Where else were we going with this? I do not remember. Were you obsessed with dinosaurs as a kid? I was a dragon kid, but yes. Dinosaurs and dragons kind of went hand to hand in my mind. If it was a dragon, it was also dinosaur. If it was dinosaur, then it was probably dragon as well. A weird way to go about things, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about that part. Yeah. But no, the story I thought about. Dragons still exist. Yes, they do. In my soul. In my heart. They are still there. They always have been, and they will never leave. There's nothing wrong with liking dragons. But once the Komodo... Oh, yeah, you're right. Komodo dragons. Komodo dragons are beautiful. Lovely. Terrorizing creatures, but I love them. I love them so much. Anyways. There we go. Okay. But, story. I said they are terrifying. Yes. Terrifying in an adorable way. But in all seriousness, I do have a story in mind. Something that came up suddenly while I was talking about geckos. Something I remembered from childhood. Yes, please. Okay. So, it was way back when. the Dawn Before Time. Okay, that's probably pushing it a little bit, but don't worry about that. It was way back when I was probably 8, 9-ish. My family, we went out. It was probably a weekend or something. We went out. We were having a good time. We were looking at all kinds of stores. And there was a pet store. And me and my brother, we wanted to go in there. At this point, we had never had a pet before. We have never had a pet before. And we were so excited. It's like, we know we're probably not going to get a pet, but we're going to get to see all kinds of cool pets. And we were very excited about that, as you could probably guess. So we got excited. We went around the pet store. I was looking at all kinds of things. And there was this one cage. Like, there was a full, I guess it's cage, more of a terrarium, I suppose. There was a wall of pet lizards and stuff, like geckos and skinks and whatever other creatures you could imagine. So there was a wall of those around. And I go looking at all of them, and I bend down to look at this one that was low. It was basically ground level. So unless you were a 10-year-old, you probably didn't see it all that well. So, or not a 10-year-old, but someone, unless you were willing to get on your hands and knees, you probably didn't actually see what was in there. So I looked down to see what was in this container, and there was a little gecko. Or maybe it wasn't a gecko, but there was this little lizard of some variety. And I was looking at him, and he was looking at me. And it was probably just a fluke. It was probably just a fluke. But the lizard raised up its little one paw, this little fingery thing. It raised it up and went in a small semicircle like he was waving at me. It was like he was waving at me. And I saw this. And I ran to my mom and I said, Mom, I need this. She's like, what is it? And I was like, it's some kind of lizard. He waved at me. He needs me to bring him home. He's lonely. Anyways, I didn't get the lizard, but that is still something I remember forever and ever. The most precious moment in my entire life. Yeah, so that happened. You are a lizard whisperer. Maybe I am. I haven't seen many lizards since then, so quite possibly I am some kind of lizard whisperer. Maybe I have an unspoken, untold ability to communicate with the green and scaly type. Perhaps. Or perhaps I'm just over-exaggerating and it was just natural lizard behavior. Are these not house lizards in Canada? Are there not house lizards in Canada? No. Generally, no. I think the only lizard-like creature we have in Canada is probably salamanders, and they don't usually end up in houses. Nope. We do not have house lizards. I'm assuming, because you're asking, you live where there's somewhere where there's house lizards. Where there's lizards in your house? Just assuming, of course. There's nothing wrong with that, living in a place with house lizards. What house bugs and insects do you mostly have in Canada? Okay, what kind of things accidentally get into our house most often here in Canada? Sometimes they creep in, yeah. Okay. Automod didn't like that, but I understand what you were saying. Yeah, what's most common here? I think probably the most common is houseflies. I feel like that's pretty common everywhere, though, but we get a fair share of flies. We get some types of spiders. There's those little daddy long legs or whatever, even in the winters. Flies, no. Daddy long legs, because the basement that we have is unfinished, they kind of just live down here rent-free. and they're just around, so yes. But we're thinking once we finally manage to finish the basement, that problem will be mostly gone because they're not going to have as many places to hide out. I should say that the basement is for the most part finished, but the roof is still... I'm looking at it right now. I'm in the basement. I'm in the basement. The roof is still, you know, I can see up to the floor of the room above me, to say. I can't see into that room, of course, because there's wood and whatever. But, you know, I can see the floor of the upstairs area. So, yes. What other things do we get in the winter? Bugs aren't as big of a problem in the winter, of course, as you would guess. They are generally no longer a problem in winter for the most part. What else? What else is there? What other bugs do we get in Canada that often come inside? You know, we had 2 crickets this year. There were 2 of them. Any centipedes or etc.? No. We don't have many centipedes. Oh, ants. Ants. We try to keep the place clean, but sometimes they do still sneak in. And then we have to deal with an ant problem too. Usually those are pretty easy to get dealt with once you realize you got them. What else? I don't know. Usually we don't get anything too wild getting into the house where they're not supposed to be. Wow, insects are resilient in winter too. Yeah. Most of them do end up dying off, but if they live in the house, they're going to survive the winter quite comfortably because you know what, they're living in a nice like house that's generally kept relatively warm. So yeah. I don't like it, but I don't like being cold either. And yeah. Honestly, I don't quite understand how they managed to survive so long inside. Or I shouldn't say that. I don't understand exactly how certain bugs manage to survive through the winter into the spring here. I don't get it. Cold out there. They must go into some kind of hibernation or something. Or maybe I'm just making myself sound stupid. That's probably it. I'm probably just... What if someone's heater breaks or stops working? That would be a life hazard. That probably... Depending on where you live and how bad it just happens to be of a winter, that could be a life hazard for the people living there. Not even just for the bugs. Although the people kind of have an option. It's like they can call up their neighbor or a family friend or something and say, hey, our heater's broken. It's going to be repaired in about 3 days. Do you think we can stay over for a little while? And, you know, some people would probably say, yeah, or whatever. But, yeah, if the heater broke inside the house and it was the middle of winter, yeah, the bugs, if there's any bugs living inside, would probably end up dying off in the cold. See, part of the thing is that they're not used to the climate. That's one of the things that I do. When I don't end up usually killing the bugs myself. If I see a bug, I usually end up catching it and then putting it outside. I know 100% that that is most likely that those bugs are gonna probably end up dying outside because, of course, they're not accustomed to the temperature out there. But I also say freezing. Yeah, freezing cold. Not even just freezing cold, even in the summer. If you catch a bug inside your house and you put it outside, if it's a bug that lives in your house for any relatively decent length of time, it's probably going to die when you take it outside of the house. So yeah. So I'm actually doing really bad things, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to do them in myself, so I put them outside and they die of natural causes. The way they are supposed to. Either survive long enough to become part of the food chain, or you know, try or die. Yeah, basically. Is it awful of me to do that? Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I ask myself if I'm just an awful person. And sometimes the answer is yeah, I'm just an awful person. And then sometimes it's no, it's they're living in your house rent-free. I don't have as much of a problem with bugs anymore, admittedly. Usually in the fall is when the bugs get the worst, especially flies. In the fall. One day they're gonna evolve to survive the winters. You are helping evolution by weeding out the weak. Yeah, hopefully when this inevitable, no mosquitoes. Yeah, no mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are the worst. Absolutely. I 100% agree. You cannot be more wrong that mosquitoes just absolutely suck. And that is not even a pun. They just suck. And once again, not even a pun. I like how I said that. I didn't really think of it, but I did. The second I said it, I was like, oh, pun. Yes. I don't know. They really are the worst, though, honestly. I think we could live without mosquitoes. What else? Oh, yeah, I was talking about how in the fall is usually when we have the most problems with flies and stuff in our house. Or at least our situation. Yeah, but they are part of the ecosystem. They are part of the ecosystem, but an annoying one nonetheless. Okay, I gotta drink some water real quick. Much better, much better. There we go, there we go. Okay, where was I going with any of that? Right. I was talking about how we don't have a problem with flies anymore, at least, because the Venus flytraps. The Venus flytraps, they ate all the flies. They ate spiders and ants. They ate basically anything I gave them. They even ate things that I didn't even give them. Just catching things on their own. I did like that. It's my favorite part of being a Venus flytrap haver. Is that I no longer have to... Oh, you mean those plants? Yes, the carnivorous ones. The carnivorous ones that eat other bugs. There's other carnivorous plants, and I totally would want other carnivorous plants. I think there's this, like, carnivorous plant called a sundew, and I love it. And, like, pitcher plants, and I just want all of the carnivorous plants. Anyways, speaking of carnivorous plants, but absolutely nothing to do with carnivorous plants, I think I'm basically done with our first Pokemon. How long did that take me? An hour. It took me an hour. An hour for this? This? Actually, I don't think it's good. It turned out pretty good. Yeah. I'm gonna change the color of the X's. Wait, I'm taking another look at... Okay, yeah, the X's are in the gray color. Changing the color of the X's on his legs real quick. I think it did. You're right. It did turn out pretty good, surprisingly enough. It works, honestly. In terms of Oh no, I colored outside the lines a little bit. I'm also coloring very poorly in terms of, you know, how you would properly do this. I kind of just created like a color layer under the layer that I actually drew everything on, and I just kind of colored everything in. I don't know, but I think that's actually not bad for a start. So what is his name? Jerry. I'm kidding. Grovile and Stone Joiner. Grove Joiner? Stonevile? I don't know exactly. Probably better just to leave the naming up to more creative people. Me, I say that as generally I would be considered a creative people. Okay. Anyways, I think that's a good start. I'm gonna save the file here. We're gonna do another one before the stream is over. Okay, let's see. I gotta switch screens. I'm gonna try to do at least 2. Like, it took me about an hour to do the first one, so an hour for the second one, give or take. Okay, what are we gonna get? Any bets on what we're gonna get? There's too many to bet from. You could... there's too many to pick from, you see. Too many. All together. We're just gonna go. Wait, what the heck is that? Oh, jeez. What is it? King a bit. I don't know what that is. I know it's Wello. I don't know what that King Gambit is. I need to look that up. That must be one of the Hisui Pokemon. Maybe it kind of Gambit Pokemon. Okay. Images. Oh, yeah. No, this is Scarlet and Violet. Okay. What is it? How do you... How do you combine a Tailo with a Kingambit? How do I do it? How? Like, I thought the other one was hard, but what is this? What is this? I mean, I'm going to figure it out, because, where is the fun in watching me, roll until I get something I like? No, we're gonna do this, but, Kingambit. Kingambit? It's so weird looking. It reminds me of, I'm looking at a better quality picture of it right now, just to be clear. It reminds me of, a Bisharp. It looks like it's related to Bisharp. The colors, the shape, the fact that it very much looks like a Steel-type Pokemon. It reminds me of, Bisharp. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but, okay, well. Maybe... Okay. How do I want to go with this? Turn... I don't want to... Turn this off. Go in here. Put this opacity back up. Or... No, I don't want to do that, actually. Wait. Okay. Combine these layers into 2. Combine... Flatten image. No, I just want to merge those 2 layers. Okay, wait. Probably have to turn them. Merge these 2 layers, so, and T, we'll put this guy over here nice and safe out of the way. And Manti, all of that. This guy out of the way, and of course he's stuck to the back. That's fine, we can fix this. We can fix this by my super secret art brush. And make the brush as big as possible, filled with white. Never mind. Filled with gray. Filled with white. Perfect. Okay, Kingabit and a Talo. Let's go black for the colors. Sketch. Bring the marker down a whole bunch. This is gonna be a challenge, honestly. And I'm not quite sure I am up to this challenge. How do I... I'm literally looking at it again. I'm looking at it again, and I have no idea. I have no idea. Last time I just kind of went with like a septile body, and then I added a lot of stone joiner elements like rockiness and the legs and the muddy color on it. But this one, I don't really want to draw a King Gambit body because that is going to suck. But I don't want to draw a Talo body because how do I add all this Talo stuff without looking for all the King Gambit stuff without looking too crazy? I suppose maybe. Okay. Switch to the brush. I suppose maybe if we draw a Talo, but like it has a sword on its head and then big whiskery like swords. In fact, probably should just switching screens again. Okay. We're zoomed in a whole bunch. This is, of course, not a great quality image, but don't worry about that. These swords are Telo's wings. Telo is now a unicorn. It has a sword on its head. I don't know what else to do. Other than that, it has some Kingabit colors. Kangabit. I really don't even know how to say that Pokemon's name. Really? This is what I get for not playing Gen 9. See? It would pick not only clearly the most complicated of the Gen 9 Pokemon, but it would also pick the one with the impossible to say name. Because why wouldn't it, honestly? Why wouldn't it? Because that would be too easy. Too easy, you see. Okay, where am I going with this? Okay, so we draw a Talo body. And we'll draw the body in flight so that we can see the fancy wings that it has. Okay. I don't think that's a great bird in flight body. As you can see, I don't usually draw birds. I think that's as good as it's going to get. So, cool. So, wing sword, number 1. And then we'll draw over here, wing sword number 2. And then it also needs, of course, beak, eyes. This is a very rough sketch. We'll have to mess around with this. And then it needs a nose sword, nose sword. Beautiful. Halo also has this fancy little cut tail like that. I think we'll have to keep that. We'll have to keep the tail that shape so that we do know that it is a Talo we're looking at. A Talo? Halo? I am saying all these Pokemon's names wrong. I think I had Stone Joiner pretty good though. I think I did a pretty good job with that one. You either know the name or you don't. You either speak the language or you don't. I don't know. Okay. So, yeah, that's what I got so far. This thing is honestly huge. It's honestly gigantic. I don't think it needed to be this big, but then again, if I were to think about it, this is probably a very big Pokemon, so make it very big. Just I'm switching again. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Back to the drawing. It also has these I'm chopping out the body a little bit, I think. I don't know exactly what I'm doing with this one. That's okay, because it's all in the creative process, I suppose. Has this here that make it look more like a sword. I think it does look a little bit better with the slightly more chubby body, and then we just draw some little talons. Little talons. Aren't they cute? Cute little talons. As I've already said this, but I don't draw birds often. That looks so wrong in many ways. In many ways. Maybe we... I was gonna say maybe we scratched the head sword, but I... Back to Google again just to look at the image. That is probably... If you think of this Pokemon, this Kingler... Gambit, whatever it is. That is probably the most recognizable part. How did this become a Pokemon, honestly? Like, is it an evolution of Bisharp? I'm being serious for a second. I'm being serious. Is it really an evolution? Because other than it being evolution, I have absolutely no idea why this thing is... Why does it look like Bisharp? I don't know. I think I will just skip the sword or make the sword a lot smaller on its head. I don't think it needs it that desperately. Why are you not letting me erase? Oh, now you erase. Okay. So, I think what happened... Oh yeah, my tablet stopped working. My drawing tablet stopped working. Okay, well... Last time this happened, I needed to just completely reboot the computer and restart everything. Although I'm not quite sure I am feeling that particularly ambitious. Admittedly. Because, I don't know. It takes a long time to restart everything, and there's a lot of things to reconnect, like the blah 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 and blah blah blah. And you know what? Maybe I'll just... Yeah, we'll just do that. You know what? I'm just gonna leave the... No, I'm gonna get rid of the pen. I'll put the pen away. Put the pen away while we do this. I am restarting my entire computer real quick because it's broken. Tis broken, you see. And where am I going? I'm restarting the... Okay. This might take a second. So we're just gonna have to sit down and wait a while. And while we wait, I suppose I can tell another story. This is a work story. I was at work, of course. I was at work. Wow. I go to work? Amazing. Anyways. I was at work doing work things. I was talking to... How did it happen exactly? Oh, yes. My coworker came in. And he was complaining how the whole back room smelled like pine and cedar. Because the place... Jeez, where was I going with this? Because, oh, man. Okay. Cancel. Wait. We're waiting for something to load real quick. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It's loading. Once everything's loaded. I'm trying to tell a story while also, you know, sometimes it's hard to do. Okay, and now it's not connected. Did it end up on... No? Okay, so the sources aren't connected for some reason. But the, sources do say that they're doing the thing. Okay, now, if this doesn't work in a minute or two, I'm gonna try it again. Real quick. Hopefully it will all connect nicely. And if it doesn't, then, oh, the internet's being slow too. Am I still streaming? Yeah. Okay. And there's no noticeable drop in frames either. What is happening? Oh, this is so inconvenient. Okay. I'm gonna tell this story. If by time I don't ramble, or by time I finish rambling through this story, if the thing isn't all set up and not broken anymore, I am gonna continue. If not, I'll just call this stream to an end. We didn't make a successful fusion after all. Anyways, where are we going with this? Okay. So, I was at work. My coworker, he was complaining how the back room smelled like pine and cedar and all that because, of course, Christmas, we were getting deliveries of fresh pine, cedar twigs or whatever. I don't know why you would go to buy that, but that is not the point. So. Okay, wait, there's a message here. 1 second, I will be back. So, I read the notice. It seems like the thing that I am using, the little transfer thing that I am using is not working, okay? Yeah. It seems like the service is down for some reason. Because the notice I just read basically said that, oh yeah, the system can't respond or is currently slow to respond and blah blah blah. No one really cares to hear about that exactly. So basically what I'm saying is I can't continue even if I wanted to. Because the signal doesn't get from the computer I'm using to here. Which is an absolute shame, actually, I'd say. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed, but there's a... Oh, wait, it is. It got switched, though. Okay, wait. So this one is just slow to respond, so let's just... Maybe I'll try it out. Okay. Maybe I overreacted a little bit. Oh, there it is. They're in the wrong screens, though. Like, And the wrong size, of course, too. Okay, well. I did not mean to press that one. I meant to switch over here. Because I need to switch the, where these guys are appearing. For some reason. I don't get why, but, we won't worry about that. And also, we did lose our... Because I needed to restart the computer, we did lose the... What's it called? The current selection of Pokemon that we're working with. But we know that it's a Talo, and that it's a Kingambin. Kingambin. It is such a weird Pokemon. Okay, anyways. Erase. And because I cheated on how to do a certain thing, there is a mess. Okay, brush X. Change that color to white. So maybe instead of erasing for the rest of this time, we'll just cover up our mistakes. Cover up our mistakes as if they never happened. Don't do that. Honestly, I definitely think that when you make a mistake, you should own up to it. It builds character. And, if you own up to mistakes that you make, people are probably more likely to forgive you than if you try to hide it and they find out later that it was you. Yeah. That's my advice of the day. You see, I think it's good advice. I think it's important to understand and own up if you mess something up, if you do something weird, if you're wrong for some reason about whatever it is. And just owning up to it is the best way. And admitting that you made a mistake is the best way to do anything. But don't take my word for it. If you wanna not own up to your mistakes and pretend everything is fine, that is absolutely A-okay as well. Because in the end, people can only suggest to do things and all of that good stuff. Okay. So I drew a basic. I'm gonna go over it again. This is not a final sketch. I'm breaking this into several steps because I'm having issues. Why is my phone vibrating? What are you trying to tell me? I mean, I don't think it's anything all too important, though. You can wait for another time. You can wait for another time, I say. Anyways. Back to drawing these Pokemon again. We're doing a second sketch. Something to clean up this one before we add more stuff. Because I think we have a basic Talo shape, but the sketch got kinda messy. And I think we should chub out the bird a little bit. Make him a little bit chubby. Oh, I forgot about the story that I was telling. I was literally telling a story. I was like, oh, I shall tell a story. A great story, a fantastic story, a story of great proportions, but I did not end up finishing telling it because I got distracted. Anyways, so coworker complaining about the fact that it smelled like pine tree in the back room. He's like, it smells like pine tree and it's all your fault. He was looking at me when he said that and I'm like, how is this my fault? He's like, you must have ordered it all. Now, I know that he's joking about that, or he better be at least. Because he's a goofy guy and usually jokes about that kind of stuff. But either way, jeez. I know exactly where I'm going, but I don't. I don't. Anyways. So he's like, it smells like cedar and it's all your fault. And I say, why is it my fault? And he explains, it's like, you must have ordered it. And then he looked at me again a couple minutes later and he's like, hey, Jojo, you look like you like the outdoors. And I'm like, no, not really, actually. He's like, you look like you like bears. As in the bears, the big fluffy bears. I was like, I don't mind them. And him and my other coworker, the newer guy, were absolutely having a great time asking me this because they kept asking. It's like, you know what? You look like you like bears. You look like you like bears. You look like you like the outdoors. Oh, he was having so much fun and it was starting to get a little bit annoying. So I decided to absolutely own it. If he was gonna try to annoy me with it, I was gonna be an absolutely annoying bear-loving child. Yes. And so the next time he asked it, and I said, oh, I love bears. I love their fluffy little tails and their rotund bodies. And, well, I said their fluffy round ears, their rotund bodies, and their fluffy little tails. You know what he said? You know what he said? Bears don't have tails. Bears don't have tails. It's like, you know nothing. You know nothing. Bears have fluffy tails. They have fluffy little tails. And honestly, they're so cute. But that's not the point. Oh, and he was having such a good time with it. So later, I drew a tail, or not a tail, a bear on the whiteboard. Because we have a whiteboard and it's supposed to be to leave messages and stuff. But it's kind of devolved into a state where I just draw on it. Like, messages still end up on it. It's just that they have to be drawn or written around whatever I happen to draw that day. I haven't gotten in trouble for it yet. Anyways, so I drew a bear on the board. And the next time he asked me, I just happened to be standing really close to the whiteboard. And he's like, you know what, Jojo? You look like you like bears. And then I pointed at the whiteboard and I said, I do like bears. I love their fluffy round ears, their rotund bodies, and their little tails. And I pointed at the bear I drew on the board. And he said, that's not a bear, that's a pig. He was really trying to get at me. He was really, really trying. He's like, that's not a bear, that's a pig. And I'm like, no, that's a bear. That's absolutely 100% a bear. And it was a little while later, guy comes back from lunch. He says, hey, Jojo, I found a bear. And I was like, oh, where is the bear? Because like I said, I was owning it at that point. I was owning it. He was going to try to annoy me by teasing me about bears. Then I was going to absolutely own it and be an annoying child who really likes bears. So I said, there's a bear. Where is the bear? You gotta show me where the bear is. And he's like, oh, but I don't remember where it was. And I said, you can't just tell me that there's a bear here and then not tell me where it is. He's like, oh, yeah, I guess. Little while later, he did show me the bear. He showed me the bear. Part of the Christmas advertising for the place I work is a little CGI teddy bear. So there were a bunch of printouts of this CGI teddy bear around. And he's like, see, a bear. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's the bear! Yeah, because I was owning it. I was owning it. And that's probably not the most interesting story in the world that I can tell, but it happened. It happened. I am now actually looking up a image of Talo as well, because I got 2 Pokemon to merge and I no longer have any references. So I guess its tail is a little different. Okay. Erase. Make the eraser bigger. Make the eraser bigger. The eraser isn't big enough, so it must be bigger. Brush. Okay. And then, oh jeez. Tail is even more split than I thought it was. Does that look like a Tello combined with a King Gambit or whatever it is? I think it does. I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'll just commit to this, give it some color, and see what I think. So, looking. Halo are such ugly Pokemon, actually. I'm just looking at it now, and the beak is so ugly. I mean, maybe it is something to be said about it being like a Gen 2, Gen 3, I think. I think it's Gen 3, but that is not great. Okay, well, we have to completely change everything, actually. This is sketch number 2. So turn that opacity down, switch to that. Now we actually need to make it look like a Talo. Okay, I have bird flying. I have Kingabit. It's already been an hour or a half hour of just trying to figure this guy out. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. This is trust the process of clock. Okay, so its beak is a little more elongated. Oh no, that's even worse. That's even worse. I guess we'll just go really, really pointy instead rather than trying to add some realistic type beak. So, and then we give it eyes. There we go. It has this color. This would be red right in here. That would all be red. Oh jeez. Changing that shape. I'm changing that shape. I'm changing a lot of things. I don't quite know what I'm doing, honestly. I think the first one is kind of where I did a good job, and then anything after that is a bit of a mess. And by that, I mean only this one, because I've only done 2. I don't know. I've had fun with this, though. I've had lots of fun. This has been stressful, absolutely, but kind of fun, kind of different. I might do the same thing next week, too. Save me coming up with something additional. Well, okay, I have another thing I kind of want to do, but then I don't know if I want to start that just yet, because that would be a really big a really big stream. And by really big stream, I mean it will probably be up to 9 streams in length, because it's a very big project, you see. It took me 9+ streams last time. Although it was a really great opportunity and I got something really cool at the end, but there is absolutely no doubt in my mind that when I decide to start that project, I'm going to need to make sure that I'm 100% on board, that I am 100% ready to take this on, because this is This is a very, very long, grueling path that I will be taking on. I shouldn't say grueling either. It's really not that bad. Those feet suck. Okay, wait. Go away. I always hate when I accidentally activate this thing because I never remember how to get rid of it. Okay, yeah. Just zoom out. Okay. Okay. I want to redraw that line too. Anyways, yeah. I don't know. I have lots of things that I'm really interested in doing. Monday streams are nice because I can do some art. And frankly, I haven't been drawing quite as much as I used to since I started streaming. I used to draw a lot more frequently. Not always digitally, very rarely digitally even, but I used to draw a lot more, and then I started streaming and everything kind of went by the wayside in terms of how often I draw and whatnot. So, yeah. This is kind of a return to the old me in many ways. To how I used to be a little bit more. And you know what? The more I draw, the better you get. The more time you spend on this kind of stuff, the better you'll become at it. And I like that. I like that. I want to become really, really, really good at art. Or get even better. Because I'm not bad. Not bad. I'm not great at poses, though. Like, T-posing, you see? For the superiority. Anyways, I think I'm just gonna add color and hope that it all works out. These two have quite opposite color schemes, though. Other than the red and gold, there's not really anything that comes full circle, like, on both of them. Either way, I think this is the weaker of the two Pokemon that I made today. The weaker of the two fusions. Okay, well, just switch to red. Okay. We'll fill in the face area, and I turned on the navigation thing again. I hate when I do that. There's probably gonna be, like, too much red on this Pokemon, honestly. Because the face on Tello is red. And then there's a bunch of red here. I don't think this is gonna go very well. It also looks like it has a sweater, but that's partly because of what I had to fuse it with. I'm not even gonna bother saying its name at this point. Honestly, it just makes me mad. Whatever it is, it just makes me mad. Anger. Grr. I suppose I could, actually, since these things would be gold. This would be breaking apart the yellow a little bit. But then again, I'm rethinking. Okay. Going back to the outline. Eraser. Shrink the eraser. We don't need the eraser that big. I'm getting rid of... It looks like it's wearing a vest. And this King Gambin or whatever also looks like it's wearing a vest. But it's just too much. Too much stuff, you know? I think everyone would agree when I say that. It's just too much stuff. So we'll just... back here. Erase this too. Don't need that red there. Okay, brush. This is also red. And I'm coloring outside the lines because I'm pretty done with this, honestly. As in this particular Pokemon. I'm not done with the idea of drawing Pokemon. It's just this one. It's just this one, you see. Brush. Color change X. Fill in the eyes. The eyes will need to change color. Hello has a white belly. But we'll give it a white belly. This one's gonna... If I redo this one, it might actually look a little bit better, but... I don't know. Sometimes you can only do so much to make something look reasonably okay. Okay. I guess we'll... These are usually black, but we'll take these. We'll add the white here because it has white under its feathers as well. This is a serious mess, you see. It's not perfect. It isn't even that good, but here I am doing this. And now we grab some blue. I'm just grabbing whatever colors too. I'm not really picking colors based on what I think it actually is. I'm just picking random yellowish, gangabit colors and hoping that something just kind of sticks and it just kind of looks like them. The first one I liked though. The first one was good. I didn't expect that one to go so well, but I suppose you'll be surprised sometimes. That is 100% natural, I suppose. Was that the most interesting conversation? No, absolutely not. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know what? It kind of reminds me of like All Might. It just needs some gold, and it will have some gold on it. It's an All Might bird. I don't think anyone needed an All Might bird, honestly. Deku might have said otherwise. It's like, absolutely, we need an All Might bird. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with the anime, or the manga as of recent. So, I did hear that there's definitely some stuff going down, and the whole Bakugo having character development drama. Oh, he's becoming a better person. That's not allowed. Oh, jeez. Okay, stop drawing, please. Ah, okay. Let it do what it's gonna do, I guess. Yeah, see, my pressure's not on the pen at all. I'm not drawing. I'm just hovering over it. And it's picking this up. Stop. 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 Oh, it stopped. Okay, let's try that again. This time, we're not gonna break it. I say as it decides to break. No, don't say that. You're gonna jinx it. I say as I jinx it. Very, very bad. Okay. This is a certain state. A certain state that I am not ready for. Gotta fill in some white over here too. And blue brush. Fill that in. Like, I don't know what to say other than this is real ugly. I did so good with the last one, but honestly at this point I'm kind of giving up on this one. I don't like the design. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the second Pokemon. Like, I'm not a huge Tailo fan, but I don't like the second Pokemon. I've never seen it before, and I still don't like it. I still don't like it. Oh well. This is just something I will have to live with, I suppose. In the end, it's not about thinking it's the best, but attempting. It really does just look like an All Might bird, though. All Might, is that you? All Might, is that you? Ah! Looks like an All Might bird, like the American flag, with the sound of the eagle flying over majestically. Caca! Did you know that the eagle sound that you hear in media is not actually what an eagle sounds like? That majestic sounding cacaw, or not a cacaw, but eagle sound that is like synonymous with the eagle, the American eagle. It doesn't actually sound like that. Not even sorta. They just, big media or something was like, this doesn't sound majestic and super cool like the mascot of America should sound like. America's national bird. It shouldn't sound like this. So they took the sound recording of a hawk of some kind. I don't know what kind, but they took the sound recording of a hawk and they put it over, and it's like, this is what an eagle sounds like. Brave, majestic, and stuff. Which I think is funny. I heard that a while ago. So, yeah, eagle doesn't sound like, yeah, or whatever it sounds like. It sounds a lot more awkward. I don't know what I'm really gonna talk about otherwise. I really know nothing about American. I'm not American. 'Tis I, a Canadian, a wild Canadian, here on Twitch. A wild Canadian has appeared. A wild Canadian has appeared and attempted to draw the most American bird they could come up with. I suppose if it was the most American bird I would come up with, it would look very different, actually. Oh, okay, well, maybe it would look a little bit like this, but, it would, have different, implements than sword arms. Yes. It wouldn't have sword arms. I would give it other arms. Arms more fitting of America. I'm not gonna say what they are, but anyone who knows the Americans knows what it is, or maybe has an idea of what it might be. It's a donut. I'm kidding. Give it donut arms. The donut. Delicious. Okay, anyways. Get that gone. I'm kidding. That's not actually what I was thinking. But I do think that's about it for today. It's been an hour, 49 minutes. A little longer than I expected, but was a good day, I'd say. Okay, so we're switching screens now. Yeah. That was fun. Wait, rather than switching screens, we're gonna look at them side by side. As you can see, we're done. We have created 2 fusion Pokemon. 2 go in, and only 1 monstrosity comes out. Yes. So, we have Stonjourner combined with a Sceptile, or a Grovyle. Very cool. It worked. A Tello combined with a Kingapin. I still don't even know what that is. I mean, okay, I know what it is. I've seen the pictures of it. I haven't played Gen 9. I have no idea if this thing is a menace. I mean, I guess I can't really say that, but this thing is a menace. Frankly, I don't ever want to see this become a thing. Out of all the things I've ever created, out of all the drawings I've ever done, this is probably the most undeniably strangest thing I've ever done. Out of all the Pokemon, it had to be those two. And I did it. As I said, I was going to do it. And I did. Am I necessarily proud of what I came up with? No. But I think that is part of the learning curve. You gotta learn how to... you gotta learn to draw some stuff. You gotta practice to get better. I would probably, if I came back and did this challenge like 3-4 years from now, if I've been drawing consistent, if I stop again, like, we're gonna end up with the same result. But if I keep doing a lot of drawing and I work with more of this stuff and I come back and do this challenge again, I'd probably be a little bit better off. But for now, I am satisfied with the menace I made. And the cute little baby. He's a cute little baby. The quack. Oh, hello. Hello. You got here just in time to basically see me finish. I'm so sorry. Hello, how are you? Do you want a synopsis on our creations? Yes. I've created some creatures. Good. Yeah. That's good to hear you're doing well, I suppose. I'm assuming that's what the good is for, that you're doing good. Yes. But here, I'll explain it. So, I mean, the title probably says it. We fused some Pokemon. 2 goes in, 1 comes out, and we got some things that were really good, and then we got some things that were a little bit harder. And by things, I mean I only ended up doing 2 of them. So, yeah, this one is kind of like the forgotten child. I don't love it, but you know what? Maybe I shouldn't do that. I should say I love him because he's so ugly, or something like that. He's precious in his own way, in his own special way. Anyways, yeah. So this is the one I like. This is the one I like. It's a Grovyle combined with a Stone Journer, which I think was a really, really neat little thing. And yeah. And I suppose I'll explain this one. This was a Hello combined with a King Ember. Oh jeez, I need to look at its name again. King Gambit. A King Gambit. It's like a Gen 9 Pokemon. It kind of looks a little bit like a Bisharp, but maybe goes a little bit further into the samurai direction, I suppose. And yeah, so that's that. Sadly, I am about done this stream though, which is an absolute shame because you literally just got here. I don't know if you're still around. No, but it doesn't really matter that much. I had a good stream otherwise. I'll probably be doing the same thing next week. Oh, hello. You're still here. Yeah. What is up with you exactly today? How you okay, I've already asked how you've been. But yeah, I don't know. Just been a while, it feels like. Feels like it's been a while, yeah. Tired from work. Absolutely fair enough. You're right. Work is tiring. Yeah. Did you work hard today? I'm assuming, yeah. I'm sure you did a lovely job. You did a great job. Very proud of your hard work. If you're tired from a good days of work, you know you did a good job. Other people might try to tell you otherwise, but everyone is just bitter at work. Everyone is just bitter. They think everyone else is not doing a good job, but everyone's just doing their best, and that's all that matters. And maybe this isn't the most important thing to rant on about, but yeah, it's honestly though. But thank you for hanging out, even if it was only for a little while. I wish I could have done this a little bit later, so you could have stuck around, or started a little bit later, so you'd show up, and then I'd still be working. But that's an absolute shame. Oh well, it happens sometimes. It's great hearing from you again. It really does feel like it's been quite a while since you've shown up and we've chatted at all. You know, thanks for coming out, honestly. Thank you. What else do I have to say? Yeah. Short stream, of course. Oh, no. Oh, no. I have to start, resuscitation. CPR. I'm kidding. Don't go, Xing eyes on us now. Don't go X eyes on us. It's very not good for your health. That's not good for your health. Anyways, yeah. No, thanks for showing up, even if it was just for a while. I know a guy from work that he walks around like a demon. He never smiles. Oh. I feel like every workplace has one of those. I feel like it's a mandatory thing. It's mandatory to have the grumpy guy who never smiles, who doesn't laugh. He's only there because he needs a paycheck. He's soulless. I think that's a work requirement, that for every 100 employees or whatever, you need to have at least one. You need to have at least one grumpy guy. It might not be 100 employees. Maybe it's only like for every 10. No one likes him. Yeah, that's fair enough. Not everyone is always... He's always like... Brr. He's always like... Brr. I'm trying to make that face. I can't. Why can't I frown? I can't frown. Partly because of the way I have things up, but I get what you're saying. He's always like, I'm gonna cause trouble. Maybe it's not that. Like, oh, I'm just here to get paid. I don't want to have friends. I don't want to enjoy my time, or at least attempt to enjoy my time here. Maybe. Oh well. I'm sorry to hear about that, but can't let those people get to you. I wish I could get a nap and get paid. One day. That would be nice. It would be nice, honestly. I get what you're saying. 100%. A nice little nap. Nice little snooze. Sounds great. and get paid. Paid to show off naps. Ooh, yes. Paid to show off naps. You take a nap. You work in a bedding store. You are paid just to lay in the bed and sleep, to show the customers as they walk past just how comfortable the mattress and the duvet are. You are a professional demonstrator. Okay, wait. Hello. I now have a spoonful of yogurt. I wish I could get paid to show what laziness is. Oh, yes. Paid to show what laziness. You get paid to sit there and watch movies, eat popcorn, and do other stuff like that. I could do that, yeah. You could. Anyone could. Dream big, you know what? Dream big. I could do that, yeah. It took me a second to get there, but I did get there. But thank you for adding the additional clarification. It's very good, very good. Thank you. What else is there to talk? Well, it's 3:30. It's almost 3:30. I didn't realize it was that late already. Oopsies. Anyways, yeah. Well, I hope that one day, truly, that you can get paid to be lazy at some point. Whatever it should be. I hope that is something that you try, do, or something. Is it realistic? If you dream big enough, yes. When I'm retired. Oh, you know what? Actually, that is a fair point. When you are retired, your job is to do basically nothing. You make a fair point. Retirement does have those benefits. Well, then I hope you win a big lottery or come upon a whole bunch of money so you can retire early and live out your dream of laziness. Good luck. Good luck out there. Dream big, dream big. Yeah. I think I should probably hurry up and get this finished with and all done for the stream. It was great hearing from you though, honestly, the Quack. I also, in addition, like to thank everyone else who chatted for a while. Adil Sid and Miss Creed Delusion as well. Thank you for chatting for a while. I don't think they're here anymore, but that's okay. Yes. So I'd like to thank everyone who, even if you only stuck around for a few moments, a few seconds, I'd like to thank you as well. It was great having everyone here. Thank you again, the Quack, Miss Great Delusion, and Adil Sid, and at the Quack. You're right here, right now. So thank you. Thank you so much, the Quack, for hanging out. Yeah, this is the end of the stream. I'll probably be doing basically the same thing next week of fusing Pokemon together, so that should be interesting. Anyways, that's it for the day. Thank you again, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see usernames again in the future. With that, I say bye-bye. Thank you so much. Bye.